Hi, my name is Chazzzisawesome, and this wig is from Hairvivi. This video is sponsored by Hairvivi, and Hairvivi also pre-styled the wig so I wouldn't have to, and you won't have to. Now, your girl is going to leave all of the specifications of this particular unit in the description box below, and what I want you to do is click on that link and really do your due diligence if you are interested in a pre-styled wig, because this is... I could not really do this on my own, okay, with the whole frontal situation and just trying to make it look realistic. Like, this would be a little bit too much for me, so I'm glad that they have pre-styled wigs, because this is fun to partake in. Like, it's fun to really mix it up. But like I said, do your due diligence and make sure you're reading written reviews. Make sure you are thoroughly researching their website. Now, I love them. So in today's video, I'm actually going to be showing you how I got this wig on, because it is pre-styled and that can be a little scary, but Hairvivi is one of those websites that have nothing but beginner friendly wigs. Okay, they come pre-plucked, the knots come pre-bleached, and now they're even selling pre-styled wigs. So literally, if you're a beginner at frontals and installing hair, this is going to be the company you're going to want to go with, okay? Because any other wig, on top of the frontal customization and on top of plucking and learning how to bleach something and all the extra purchases, you don't even need a wig cap for this wig, because it comes with a wig cap built in. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into this video. Alright, let's get to the first and most important step: wig placement. If you do not place your wig where your hairline actually goes, you're gonna be looking crazy. Okay, you're just gonna be looking back crap crazy. Now, this is not where my hairline is. I need to pull this wig all the way back, and I see a lot of people who do not understand that in my day-to-day life. Okay, so please line the hairline of the wig with your actual hairline. I don't care how big your forehead is, please do not use your wig to basically cover up some of your forehead. Do that with bangs, but please do not do that with the installation of a wig. Alright, so here I am making sure it is perfect, especially since this is a pre-styled wig and I have that front part braided. That's going to be kind of my center point, so I want to make sure that that is lined up perfectly with my eyebrows, my face, my nose, because your girl, I cannot do a middle part to save my life. So this part is crucial. Please line it up perfectly. Now, all I'm going to be doing is brushing the hair back, because when it comes to cutting the lace off, which is what we're getting ready to do next, you want to make sure you don't have any flyaways or any hairs that can get trapped underneath the lace, or any unnecessary hairs that are going to get stuck in the glue or adhesive that we're going to be using to secure the wig. Okay, so go ahead and clip as much back as possible. Now, I ended up using a foam setting spray in order to kind of, get all of the flyaways to stick and stay put and out of the way. But this wig actually has baby hairs in it. Yeah, like tiny little baby hairs. So I really should have just used Got2b glue, but you'll see me struggling a bit with it. So learn from my mistakes. But here I'm just going to go ahead and cut the lace. And you see that I'm using my finger. I'm trying to push back some of the hairs, because that is what happens when you don't use some kind of like, holding spray, mousse, or whatever in order to get those flyaways out of the way for you to cut your lace off. Okay, because you'll end up cutting something important. Like, please believe me, you will end up cutting off some baby hairs, and it sucks when the wig came with baby hairs and the wig is pre-plucked, and then you go in and cut all of that hard work out, because then you basically have to redo it all. And then when you get to that point, you're really just destroying the wig. Trust me, I've destroyed a lot of wigs messing up cutting the lace off. So push those baby hairs back, and booyah! You can't tell me that this wig, especially this wig, it looks melted and we ain't even put the glue on. You can't tell me you don't see that, okay? Now, we're going to go in with the Got To Be Free spray, and that's going to be the adhesive that we're using to keep the wig in place. Okay, Got To Be Free spray probably lasts maybe about, for me, I'm a sweaty individual, so probably for about a day and a half. If I've been, you know, sitting in an air-conditioned space, I probably would not use that for the summertime. But in the winter, it probably lasts me about a day, maybe 2 days. And, you know, minimal lifting, you know, we're doing good. So I'm actually going to use Got To Be glue for this wig. Now, when it comes to Got To Be glue, it's best to make sure that you have a blow dryer on standby. But honestly, if you're in a cold enough room, or, you know, a very breezy room, I guess you could say, like open your window or some junk like that, you can really just let it dry on its own. But I do have an adjustable strap in the back of this wig. Matter of fact, let me correct myself. This wig comes with an adjustable strap. It ain't just something I put in there. It comes with an adjustable strap, so you really don't even need to use an adhesive. But I just want to be thorough, and I just want to make sure y'all wigs ain't falling off and your hairlines aren't sliding back. Okay, I'm doing that for you. So you're just going to use your blow dryer on a cool setting. You can have it on low or high. The only reason I think a lot of people will tell you to put it on low is because if you put it on high, it like overworks the blow dryer, so then it starts pushing out heat anyways, even though you already have it on the cool setting. So pick whichever one your blow dryer can handle, and then it pretty much solidifies in no time. So I really didn't have to cut too much of that footage because it solidifies in no time. Now I would honestly leave the hairline like this with like no baby hairs whatsoever, because this wig is nice enough where it actually looks natural. Now all those baby hairs, see, when they get trapped in the glue, it starts to really show your lace. So again, this is why I was harping so much on pushing all of those baby hairs and flyaways out of the way, because they will tell on you. All right, they will really snitch on you out in public. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to go ahead and attempt to lay some of the baby hairs that this wig came with. But on a regular day, I would not actually do baby hairs on a wig like this, because it just looks so much more better natural. But I know a lot of companies, because you guys are always asking, they want us to be as thorough as possible when we do these videos. So I'm going to go ahead and lay them. It is possible. Is it something that I'm really good at? No. Is it something that I feel a need to do? No. Is it something that I like to do? No. But it can be done. Now, my biggest pet peeve with these baby hairs is just my natural baby hairs are a lot more thicker and they're a lot more prominent. So I could go in and I could pluck some more hair out, and I could cut some more baby hairs to make it look like my real hair. However, it comes pre-plucked, it comes pre-bleached, so I don't really want to mess up any of that because it comes like that. So that's one of the biggest reasons why I don't actually like doing that step, because it already comes perfect right out of the box. Now I put that free spray on there just to make sure that there's no lifting, because when you do put a foam wet setting spray on Got To Be glue, it will cause it to lift again, even if it's already been like glued down, just because Got To Be glue becomes, what is it? Just because in order to get Got To Be glue off, you use water in order to get it off, the foam setting spray will make it lift, okay, because it is wet or whatever. So now I'm just putting, I don't know what to call these things, but I like using them more than my silk scarf because they're paper, and I don't know, they don't trap any moisture since they're paper, so they absorb moisture, and then they're thin enough that the blow dryer can get through. Okay, yeah, I'm just taking a quick lunch break here. It's a lot of stress when you're trying to put on a wig, but we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna curl the wig. Now this wig is really freaking thick, the hair, it is body wave, so low key when I curled this hair, like, it was a lot. Okay, it was a lot of curls. Really cute, but I probably should have like used, I don't want to say a smaller barrel, maybe even a bigger barrel, in order just to like diffuse some of the bigness, because this hair is like super high quality. All right, like just really get into those chunky curls. Now mind you, it didn't take me long to do, and I'm not using any serum or anything like that. If you want your curls to last longer and actually to keep their springiness, do not use any mousses or any sprays or anything when you go to curl your hair, because it weighs the curl down. Like the product weighs the curl down and causes it to drop a lot quicker. So by the time you're done, your curls have dropped. And just to show you, that right side that I'm combing out right here, I actually sprayed it with Got To Be Free Spray. And then I remembered that tip, and then on the left side I didn't use any free spray, and you can see that those curls are a lot more bouncy and a lot more tighter. Okay, and that's why that right side is a little bit more shiny, because I use that spray. But this pretty much it, you know what I mean? Like when I tell you this is a simple installation, it really is. Especially it comes pre-plucked, pre-bleached. It comes with baby hairs if that's your forte, okay? It comes, it just comes out of the box. Perfect. I love this wig. And I'm gonna go ahead and straighten out some of the wispies, because I literally curled the wispies and they became just like the biggest nuisance. So they look a lot more cuter, kind of straightened out too. But I really hope you like this video. I must admit, the wispies are kind of annoying, but like I said, they have a lot of other pre-styled wigs on there that have different styles, different angles, braids, twists, whatever. So definitely go check that out. I really hope you like this video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Peace out.